conflict, enforcement, analysis.
So this next video we're going to take a look at, it has an officer driving behind a vehicle, looking erratic, reckless driving almost. That's what initiates this traffic stop, and then we're going to go along for a ride. Today we have Jay, owner, founder, Six Layer Concepts. Jay, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Let's go and take a look. Maybe you could, throw some insight into what's going on, because I know there's a lot of moving parts. Off the surface, we're going to see, vehicle pursuit, but there's obviously a lot more behind, what we see as community members in terms of how we're communicating information, obviously worried about traffic, et cetera, et cetera. But let's go and take a look at that, and then, we'll do a play-by-play as needed.
Doing about 80.
I mean, so obviously the driver's behavior, law enforcement officer didn't appreciate. Maybe he's noticing something veering. Obviously, we just see it right there. You almost hit that vehicle. So maybe just compounding the fact here, but I'm sure you've conducted your fair share of, DUI traffic stops or, reckless driving, etc. Walk us through what's going on in the officer's head right here.
Well, I mean, it's nighttime conditions, and with his driving being so erratic, I mean, what a danger this is becoming really quickly with, not just to him and the officers, but citizens on the highway here.
Officer,
2 or 3 times, and then almost went off the roadway to the right.
I also noticed the officer right now, he obviously has his lights, his sirens going, tailing this vehicle right here. Not necessarily in his lane. I don't know if he's trying to see past him to see what's going on. Rainy conditions, scope topic, nighttime conditions, got all that. But now he's used that side light, right? And he's put it right on the driver. Is that just another form of, hey, I'm talking to you kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, sir, it just, get the driver's attention, because you really don't know. I mean, for all intents and purposes, this guy actually may not even, being under the influence of whether it's drugs or alcohol, may not even realize that the officer's behind him. I know it sounds kind of crazy with everything being looked at.
Did you write signal 4 successful? 1054 bit unsuccessful, still southbound, not right. Southbound 4.
They just try to pit him right there. If you notice that patrol unit to the left, and now they're trying it from the right side.
So now there's no confusion for sure, you're saying?
Yeah. Yep. Little bumper love there, and yeah, they're definitely, hey, yeah, we are talking to you, whoever's in the car here.
Step out! Step out! Face away from me! Face away from me! Face away from me!
I could see from the officer's perspective, hey, we got to get this guy stopped.
Yeah.
He's going to kill somebody. He's going to kill himself. He's going to get one of us killed. And
well, because essentially a pit maneuver is dangerous for both vehicles, the officer and the vehicle you're attempting the maneuver on, correct?
Yes. Yeah, and it looks like they picked a pretty good location to pull the because not every roadway or location is a good spot to attempt a pit maneuver.
What did I do wrong? Somebody said that I ran from.
Oh, you hear what the suspect's saying right now?
No.
He's asking what he did wrong.
Should I wait?
Well, it looked like he barely walked when he got out of the truck, so he's probably pretty good as far as being under the influence.
I did not run from you.
I mean, not every situation with law enforcement. I mean, I get it. Obviously, there was a lot of emotions involved with, following him for 2 miles.
All right, when I say begin,
Yeah, I mean, there's times in the job, right? It gets a little humorous too. You're like, there's no way.
close your eyes. Ready?
Yeah, and sometimes you just have to add some humor, and whether, quite frankly, whether it's, right or wrong circumstances, to add some humor to the situation, but it's kind of a coping mechanism too, of like, really, I'm under stress and I got all these other things going on, and this is just dangerous stuff when you start doing all the things we saw him do. And sometimes that comic relief just kind of breaks up some of that stress and kind of helps you kind of cope with it on a multitude of levels.
Absolutely. I understand high stress environments, especially occupations like law enforcement. He's arrested, got it 0.15 or higher in that state. He blew a 0.232. Yeah, Imagine that. And then obviously, booked for flee to elude. Could have been a lot worse. I would say, hey, kid, understand that, there's consequences to our actions. A lot of us like to think we're the best drunk drivers we know. And how many of us have said that sentence, have DUIs, DWIs, and all that other stuff on our records now, because it's not true, right? And inherently what you're doing is you're putting the community at danger. If you're not worried about you, care about everyone else. That's all I ask. Care about everyone else then, so again, Jay, pretty straight to the point, not always the nitty gritty of, everything we're used to dealing with, but appreciate your time today, brother. You have a great day, man.
Well, I appreciate it. And just thank goodness nobody else got hurt and none of the officers got hurt and he didn't get himself hurt. So
Love it. Love it. Love it. You guys have a good one.